Welcome to the Executive Show hosted by your very own GRM. Okay, but let's get straight to the subject matter. So I'm on holiday visiting my granny. And I'm on Instagram scrolling through some reels and I come across something that I find very interesting. Now, Freshman Magazine posted a video of the Big Hash working on some unreleased music. Why did I find this video interesting? It's because the Big Hash wasn't working on hip hop. No. He wasn't working on R&B either. These are genres that we associate with the Big Hash. He was working on Amapiano. That obviously led me to the question that has probably been plaguing the entire South African nation. And that is, why is it that South African hip-hop artists make the switch to Amapiano? We all know they do. The question isn't, do they? The question is, why do they? I mean, you have examples like Casper and Your Vest. Recently, Sizwe Elekine, formerly known as Reason, made the switch from hip-hop to Amapiano. Now we're seeing the Big Hash working on some Amapiano songs. Why is it? I did some digging, and I think you're going to probably find my answer very interesting. So let's start somewhere. Let's start with the South African Music Top 100 album chart. Let's look at the numbers for 2022. In 2022, of the top 100, Amapiano occupied 17 spots. Of the top 100 albums, that is. And hip-hop occupied 26. So 26 hip-hop albums made the chart. And 17 Amapiano albums made the chart. Let's look at the year 2020. In 2020, 13 Amapiano albums made the chart. And a whopping 29 hip-hop albums were on the South African Apple Music Top 100 albums. 29. So if we just look at these numbers as they are, we can come to the conclusion that no, the more popular genre between the two is hip-hop. If you use album streams as a metric. Or can you? Can you actually make that conclusion? Let's look at these numbers with a magnifying glass. Let's take a deeper dive. So in 2022, of the 26 hip-hop albums that were on the top 100 albums, only 4 were South African hip-hop albums. Pretty interesting, right? Those 4 being Before Now by Blackie, SR3 by KO, and then The Burning Tree by Aries, and also again by Aries, Today's Tragedy, Tomorrow's Memory. Right? It was a mixtape, but it fell within the list. Let's look at those 2020 numbers as well. Of the 29, only 5 were South African hip-hop albums. That was AKA's Bovomania, Casper's Any Minute Now, Dead or Alive by Flame, Popstar by Younger, and then you also had Zulu Man with Some Power by Nasty C. So 5 in 2020, 4 in 2022. And then Amapiano is 13 in 2020 and 17 in 2022. So the correct conclusion when looking at album streams as a metric is that yes, South Africans love hip-hop. In fact, we stream more hip-hop albums than we do Amapiano. We just love hip-hop when it's not made by another South African. We don't love our own hip-hop. We love hip-hop, just not our own. Okay. Let's look at something else. Let's look at another metric. A metric that I think will give us a better and clearer picture. Let's look at the South African music. The South African Apple Music Top 100 songs, not albums, songs. Why do I feel like that's a better and clearer picture? It's because artists make, most of the time, right, if not all the time, they make most of their money from bookings and royalties. What determines how many bookings an artist gets? Obviously, the demand of the artist. The demand of the artist is often determined by the popularity of the artist's songs. Obviously, there are other factors like, is the artist a good performer? Are there any scandals surrounding the artist? Connections? Yes. But most of the time, popularity of your song is what's going to get you gigs. So let's look at the top 100 songs. In 2020, we're going to go from back to front. In 2020, 20 of the top 100 songs were Amapiano. 19 were hip-hop. And 0 of those 19 hip-hop songs were South African hip-hop. Crazy. Crazy, right? In 2021, you have 29 Amapiano songs. 29. And then you have 19 hip-hop again, and 0 South African hip-hop again. In 2022, Amapiano took up 43 spots, bro. 43. That's almost half. That's almost half. There are other genres. It's not just Amapiano and hip-hop. You're talking R&B. You're talking Afrobeat. You're talking pop. You're talking EDM. You're talking so many, dude, ballad. You're talking so many genres. Almost half of the songs were Amapiano. That is a crazy number, ladies and gentlemen. That is crazy. Half of them were Amapiano. About 9 of them were hip-hop, and only 1 was South African hip-hop. And that was Lemonade by AKA. And what I found interesting about Lemonade by AKA was there was a specific few lines. I think the last 3 lines. He was like, people say hip-hop died. That's nonsense. Thank God they showed their true colors. Switched up piano like vultures. Interesting line. And behind his vocals, while he's saying all of that, there is a log drum running wild. Probably one of the best log drums I've heard in my life. That was the best log drum. Shout out to that log drum. He's out here saying that people are like vultures, man, jumping on piano waves, and there is a tremendous log drum behind him. South Africa likes a specific kind of sound, ladies and gentlemen. They love a specific kind of sound. And that sound is Amapiano. Amapiano has an audience. If you aren't a household name in South African hip-hop, the chances are you're not going to pop. Those are the chances. Hip-hop has become... Is it for those of you who do economics, is it an oligopoly? I think that's what they call it. It's run by the few at the top. It has a high entry level for you to pop in hip hop if you weren't already popping before. It's pretty tough. To be fair, South African hip hop is a pretty old genre in comparison to Amapiano, right? The foundations of Amapiano aren't set yet. There is no, obviously there is more or less a hierarchy with like Abu Gabza and stuff, but there is no, it hasn't gotten to a point where there's just a few artists that we listen to. That these are the only people that we'll even give an ear to, as opposed with hip hop. So you ask, why is it? Why is it that South African hip hop artists are making the switch to Amapiano? Why is it? It's because, number one, Amapiano has the audience. That is what the South African wants to hear. And where there's an audience, there is money. Remember, these people are not making music for fun. These people eat off of music. That is what they do to survive. So you need to be where the ears are, and that is Amapiano. That is where it is. I'm not saying that hip hop is dead. No. I'm giving you I'm not telling you which one is better. I'm giving you the reason why they make the switch. Is because to put food on the table, a lot of the times you gotta make the switch. Hip hop is becoming more of a niche genre. It has a smaller audience. Very loyal audience, I'll give them that. But it's become a niche genre, something that is for the particular few. Well, South African hip hop, that is. I can't necessarily say the same for international hip hop, your Drakes and Future and all of that. And that is the reason, or at least one of the reasons. That's it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any comments, obviously, let's battle it out. Let's battle it out in the comment section. Let's talk about it. If you guys think I might be missing something, if you guys think I didn't add something, you tell me. Obviously, press like, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll be catching you guys next time.